Good evening, Ari. Before I ask the question that I had in mind, I'd like to piggyback off the fella that you spoke to.
Sure.
I have a similar situation, and my friend says, "Well, you know, I already have a lot of advisors."
I have a lot of advisors, he says. So here's what you say. Keep your advisors. I'm not suggesting you should change advisors at all. That's the end result later. All I wanted to see if you'd be open to some different perspective and insights that your current advisors may not be given to you now. See, he thinks your goal is to fire his advisor and hire you. Now, that may happen, it may not, but you don't start there with the person. You start with, would you be open to some different insights and ideas that even your current advisors may have missed or not shared with you? Would you be open to that? And by the way, we're not discussing anything about working together. I just want to give you some ideas that might help you, and then we'll take it from there. Would you be open to that?
Right.
Cool.
Okay. Secondly, thank you. Secondly, I had a dialogue with someone on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
They connected. I asked them, I spoke to them about through LinkedIn. I told them a little about what I did. Would you be open to a phone call? They didn't say no. They said not now.
Okay. Did you say, what was your actual text that you wrote? Did you say, would you be able to?
I'm reaching out. I said that I'm reaching out. I run a financial advisory practice in Baltimore. I serve successful business owners and leaders. We specialize in creating tax-effective planning strategies in anticipation of transitioning into the next phase of your life. Would you be open to a conversation in the next week or so?
I see.
And they said, not at this time.
Okay. So I might tighten that up a little bit. And I might say, like I mentioned a minute ago, is would you be open to some different insights and ideas that may be helpful to you in terms of exiting planning? And if you'd like, that's an important phrase. If you'd like, ask permission. We can have a brief, and here's the word, not conversation, a brief catch-up chat together to share that with you. It's a slight.
They may say not at this time. One of the things I was thinking about
Yep.
with some of your language was, is this a priority?
Well, it might be a bit awkward. You haven't talked to the guy yet on LinkedIn. That's the problem with LinkedIn, is that it's a bit stilted because it feels like you're having a conversation with a guy, but it's just messaging back and like email back and forth. It's not a real conversation. You got to be really careful about jumping too far forward and using languaging too quickly. It's all about the entry point and coming in. So I've always advised my clients to start, once you make the connection with someone and they agree to connect with you, you start with, nice to meet you, Mark, ... You don't introduce yourself. You start with that. Then he says back to you, nice to meet you, Norris. Then you go, it's like one step at a time. Then you say, I specialize in working with, business owners, and I have some interesting insights that you might find helpful around boom, boom, boom. You can say, if at some point you'd like to, this is good too. I'd be happy to have a brief chat with you, or a brief catch-up chat to share some of those with you, with no intentions at all of moving anything forward from there. See, that's why you can take off the edge off the end, because they're thinking you're going to close them on that phone call. That's why they don't want to talk to you. But take the edge off by saying, without any intention of moving beyond that, I'm happy to share some insights if you'd like. That might feel a relief that you're not trying to just get them on a call.
Yeah, I can use that phraseology, with even the not yet.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. That's an important element that people forget is always remind them that there's no hidden agenda here. It's just the initial conversation to share some insights to see how they react to them. And then we'll go from there. No assumptions. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, Norris. Good to see you again.